What's going on? We are officially live. Cheers. I'm drinking some hot cider. It's fall, although it's like 80 something degrees out right now in New Jersey. So I'm hoping for fall weather to come. Fall is my favorite time of the year, favorite season. And I every time I do these live videos, you usually have to wait like a minute or so for somebody to tune in. And I think this is like one of the earliest live streams I've ever done. Just got finished work a little bit early and decided to go ahead and do one. And hold on one more sip. I'm getting a little parched already. Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever gave me the thumbs up right there. Oh, God, I love cider. So good. What's going on, Joe? What's up? How are you doing in fantasy football, by the way? I know we're in the fantasy football league together. Keenan, what are you doing? Keenan, you got to fix your lineup. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's on here right now, but he's in the league as well. We got a great fantasy football YouTube league that we've been doing for a while now. I think I'm number 2 in the league. So I'm trying to get that top spot. I'm number 3 in another fantasy league. But yeah, I want to do this video, also like a live video, to get you guys feedback too. I want to do the 31 days of Halloween / horror, which I've done on my channel for, I don't know, like 8 years, 9 years, something crazy like that. And every year I want to do a video a day having to do with either horror movies or Halloween, or, you know, pumpkin flavored beer review, pumpkin food review, something to that effect. But I wanted to get your guys' feedback on a few different things. I want to do the 24-hour horror movie marathon challenge, which I'm not going to be able to do 24 hours straight. I think it's for me, I feel too old and tired to do that now. But I do want to do it within a weekend. So 24 hours of horror movies within a weekend. I think that's doable. So I do want to plan to do that. So I'm going to make a video on that to see if anybody else wants to do that too. But I also want to make a top 10 favorite horror movies video, which I saw recently. Steph did, Movie Chatter did a video of that, and I've been meaning to do that for years. I've had people ask me to do that for years. And I feel like it's a hard list. There's some that are, you know, definites for sure, and then there's other ones I'm like, should this one go in? Should a different one go in? It's really tough. And I also want to do my top 10 underrated horror movies on Blu-ray list. So if you guys have any recommendations for underrated horror movies that are out on Blu-ray, definitely let me know. Leave me a comment down below. I definitely appreciate the feedback. Let me see the comments right here. How do I... Okay, there's the comments. Dark Fiend X, what's up? Nintendo 2009, what's going on? Kevin Collects. What up have you been doing with your thoughts of the new Halloween? Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the new Halloween movie. And the Friday the 13th lawsuit. What's going on with the Friday the 13th lawsuit? Fill me in on that one. Yeah, definitely, I've been meaning to do, I did a top 10 underrated horror movies on Blu-ray list, like, I don't know, like 6 years ago, I think now. And I wanted to redo that list because there's been so many new movies that have come out, and I would like to add that on there, you know, change it up a little bit, maybe do a top 20 even, but I'm going to start with a top 10. So definitely give me some feedback for horror movies that you think are underrated that are out on Blu-ray. And, hey, what's going on, Ryan James? How are you? Happy October. Thanks for anybody tuning in right now. We got 18 people in here, so I definitely appreciate that. And for those 18 people, if you guys give me a thumbs up, because I see 4 thumbs up, but 18 people. So the more thumbs up, the more exposure this can get as well. So this is something I really want to do. I'm enthusiastic about it. Every year I want to do it, a video every day for the month of October, doing, you know, horror themed or Halloween themed things. So hopefully this year will be the year that I do it. You know, life throws you curveballs. You could, you know, I remember a few years ago there was a big storm here. We had power outages for a few days, so I wasn't able to do it then. You know, work, social life, friends, family, stuff like that. That comes first, but I do like making these videos on here. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, I like the interaction too, especially doing these live streams. That instant interaction is awesome to me. What movies am I going to watch tonight? You know, I started a movie last night. I haven't finished it. It's Tender Mercies, which has an Umbrella Blu-ray release over in Australia. They sent it over for me to review, and I'm excited to check it out. It's kind of like a Robert Duvall's in it. A few other people, Wilford Brimley. It's like about a down and out country music star, and I don't know, I've never seen it. It looks kind of depressing, and I like those kind of depressing movies. And it doesn't have a Blu-ray release here in the US, so it's pretty awesome, and it's a region-free release, so I'll be checking that out. I started it last night. I've only seen a little bit of it so far, but I'm debating on what to watch. Maybe Down a Dark Hall. Right there. Has anybody seen Down a Dark Hall? Um, I finally watched this, which I'm going to talk about in a future video, Men in Chicken, which is, I believe, a Dutch film. This was hilarious and amazing, and I love it. One of the weirdest, quirkiest movies I've ever seen. If you like offbeat, dark dramedies, I would highly recommend Men in Chicken. Micken. And this is a phenomenal release from MVD Visual and Draft House Films. So that's one. Trying to see what other ones. Maybe I will check this out release. I've never seen Metropolis, the animated one. And here's a really cool custom VHS that I'll be doing a video for coming up soon. But there's Tender Mercies. Uncle Drew, which I love basketball, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. Although I had a real quick release in the theaters, so 8th grade I've heard great things about, so maybe I'll check that out too. So those are a few of the things right there that I might check out tonight. Let me know what you guys are watching tonight. Ryan James, regarding the text being backwards, if you do believe the live video from your laptop, I believe you won't have the same issue, I believe. Well, the thing is, I used to do these live streams on my phone like I'm doing right now, and the text was never backwards up until, I don't know, like a month ago or so. So it must be on YouTube's end where they changed something. What's your take on Candyman getting a reboot? I don't know. I feel like, well, it's I don't like that they're doing it, but at the same time, it's to be expected. They're rebooting everything. I heard they're gonna reboot Hellraiser again. You know, they were talking about it for a while, and then they're gonna do the new Child's Play one, the new look of Chucky, and a new I think it's like an AI instead of you know, voodoo and stuff like that. I'm watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003 tonight. I care about that S Rose 40. I actually really enjoy that one. I feel like it gets a lot of unfair criticism. I like that one and The Beginning too. Those are a couple of my ones that I really enjoy from that franchise. Actually, I think that franchise is really strong as a whole. Minus the 3D one. That was terrible. Do Your Thing, Cuz is probably the worst line in horror movie history. Scrolling through the comics, the writer won a lawsuit against Sean Cunningham for a lawsuit involving the Friday night. Okay, I have heard of that. I take that back. I've heard of that. I feel like that's something that's been ongoing for a while. Hello, Teen Titan Smith. I recently watched Insidious for the first time and loved it. What do you think of it? I like it, but I don't love it. I feel like it kind of borrows a lot from Poltergeist. I thought it was decent. I feel like, I don't know, it's hyped up to be one of the best modern horror films, and I don't think it's anywhere near that level. For me, like Hereditary, It Follows, The Witch, The Wailing, Baskin, like there's a whole list I would put way above there. I know there's some other ones that I'm probably forgetting right now. The Void, I would definitely put on that list too. There's so many other films that I prefer over Insidious, but I do like it. I just feel like it's definitely an homage to Poltergeist a lot, but I feel like the sequels, were not as anywhere near the level though. It stinks that I guess the text is still backwards. It has to be an update on YouTube's end, because I've been making these videos on here, live videos, for a while with my phone, and this is just recently they started doing the text being backwards, which is a bummer because it's annoying. Nobody likes that. The organization of my movies is going to be a little bit longer because whenever I have time to do videos like this, I'm probably going to focus more on like Halloween and horror stuff for this month, so it's going to get pushed back. But I plan on trying to do some like videos organizing my horror movie collection at least, and that way it can fit in. And I'm going to do the random horror movie shelves because people seem to like that. I've had people ask me to do that again, and I've got new stuff, so scrolling. Well, for my laptop, if I do a live video from there, I feel like, don't I have to connect through Google Hangouts or something differently? Like through my cell phone, when I press to do the live stream, I literally just press the button that says go live. Yes, Tim B, what's up? How are you, man? Binge watching Friday the 13th. For me, that is the strongest of the big horror 3 franchises: Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, to me, just head and shoulders above the rest. Best 2018 movie I've seen so far. For me, and going in, it was Annihilation. I love the movie. I think it's an amazing sci-fi film with a lot of horror elements going on. I love the ending to it. Super creepy and atmospheric. Great acting across the board. But I think I'm going to have to change my opinion and push Annihilation to the #2 spot and put Hereditary at my #1 spot. For me, that is just a huge genre-defining modern horror classic. One of the creepiest horror movies, not of just of recent years, but of all time. That is one of the movies that has creeped me out the most. I thought it was amazing, so I'm going to put it as my #1 spot for best movie of 2018. I don't know, I feel like there's been some decent films, but I always wait till the end of the year to make my top list because there's a lot of films that are international or limited releases that we get here in the US in like the month of December, especially towards the end of the year. Borderlands. I watched the movie Borderland, which was kind of like a cult movie. I thought that was really good. I haven't seen it in a while, but I remember thinking it was underrated. I have seen Love, Simon. I thought that came out last year. I have to double check on that. You might be right though. I got to double check, but yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a little bit formulaic though. The actor's been in a bunch of stuff, and I think that was probably his best role that he's been in. What's up, 80s horror fan 88? Oh wow, yeah, I fully agreed, Sean. Yeah, without the bees, it's definitely not Candyman for sure. I don't know that I know that they were trying to do that, but I feel you're like there's so many of these different like changing Child's Play to an AI is what I heard they're gonna do. I feel like I don't like that either. It takes away the whole idea and persona, but I guess they're trying to modernize it, and I feel like ever since Ex Machina, they've been doing a lot more of like the AI stuff and things of that nature. I'm watching Oculus tonight. Oh, I actually really enjoyed Oculus. I hope you enjoy it too. Kevin collects. They need to stop rebooting. Yeah, I fully agree. But for them, it's a cash grab. They know that horror movies are going to make money, and they're just going to keep putting them out there. I mean, look at all the Paranormal Activity movies that we've gotten. I mean, it's crazy. We don't need that many. The Saw movies too. I know it's a big fan following, but like that many. And when they did the final chapter, I was like, I know they're gonna make more, and they did. Of course they did. The recent Jigsaw one, which I personally wasn't a fan of. Yeah, let me know what your guys' favorite movies of 2018 have been so far. I actually have a list of ones that I'm gonna put for my top 10 that I think are gonna be on there. Like First Reform's probably gonna be on there. I really like Flower and Yellowbirds, which I feel like are underrated. But yeah, for sure, Annihilation, Hereditary, First Reformed would be on the list. Searching, I haven't seen yet. I remember they did a ton of promotion for it, and then when it came out, I feel like the promotion just dropped off. Dennis K, you didn't like Hereditary. Oh wow, I can't believe you didn't think it was creepy or scary. I definitely picked up the creepy factor and scary factor towards the end of the film, but I thought the pacing worked for it. Some might consider it to be dramatic pacing, but the one character, what happened with her, who that definitely caught me off guard and was surprising, Charlie. But yeah, I thought it was the creepiest horror movie I've seen in a long time, and one of the creepiest horror movies I've ever seen. But again, a lot of people think Exorcist is boring too, so it's all subjective, of course. Darkest Hour. I feel like that was a last year movie too. Yeah, I could have sworn Darkest Hour came out in 2017. Maybe, where are you at? King Ocean Blue. Oh, well, you're here, right? I thought maybe you're right. Maybe I have to look that up too. 80s horror fan 80. Is Borderlands the one that I'm thinking of with Sean Astin, or is it a different movie? Because I remember there was like an After Dark horror one or something like that I saw years ago. I think it was called Borderland or Borderlands. I can't remember now, but that was a really good one that I thought was underrated, and I think deserves a Blu-ray release. We don't have one here in the U.S. at least. Oh, came out in March. Yeah, the new Tomb Raider movie I was not a fan of. Yeah, I did like Love, Simon. I just thought it was formulaic. I do own it. It was sent to me, which I still have to do an update for that, actually. There's a whole bunch of movies that I have to edit and upload. Thank you, 80s Horror Fan 80. I appreciate that. I haven't seen the new Predator movie. I'm probably going to wait for the physical media release of it. Yeah, Searching is one that I definitely want to see. Favorite Searching, a lot of love for Searching, so that's good. That's one of those things where I felt like the promotion and marketing just like fell off. Like there was a lot of it, and then just all of a sudden when it was released, just disappeared. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Fallout too. Wow, I can't believe so many people don't like Hereditary. For me, it was, like I said, it's one of the creepiest movies ever. The new Halloween Blu-ray yet? No, I actually showed it in a video maybe a week or so ago. The new Halloween 4K, but I think your ones have art cards. I don't think our ones have that. So, um, The Nun, I'm definitely gonna wait on that one. I wasn't a fan of Conjuring 2. I thought that was completely formulaic, predictable, just cheap jump scares. I wasn't a fan. So The Nun felt like the same thing, just from the trailers. It's like, oh, terrible CGI and jump scares? Sign me up. So yeah, I'm gonna wait on that. Maybe I'll be wrong though. So I'll give it a fair chance once it comes out to physical media. Yeah, you were never really there. Thank you, Joe. That was another one that's on like my top list for 2018. Hereditary, Annihilation, You Were Never Really There, First Reformed. I put Yellowbirds and Flower on my list right now for my top 10 movies of 2018 so far. I did see one from the same director of Green Room and Blue Ruin. I saw it on Netflix. I don't know if it was a Netflix original or something like that. I thought that was really good, although I didn't love the ending, but overall, I really enjoyed the film. I probably put it on my top list so far of the year, just because so far I think I only have like 7 on my list. I still need to see Revenge. I haven't seen The Star Is Born either yet, but Revenge is definitely one I want to check out. It wasn't even what I expected at all. I thought it would be a grandma possessing the daughter kind of thing. Well, there's ties there, but yeah. Another one that I think deserves a Blu-ray release is The Taking of Deborah Logan. All of a sudden, since like The Visit, there was a couple of creepy old people movies that I thought were definitely deserving of more attention, and Taking of Deborah Logan is definitely one. Okay. That's interesting to know about Darkest Hour. Got to watch The Omen and The Hitcher. Nice! I've never seen The Hitcher remake, but I love the original. I would love to see that get a Blu-ray release too. A lot of love for Fallout and Searching is what I see so far for top movies of 2018, which is definitely ones... Searching is one I really want to check out. Scares are not so good in The Nun. Okay, you enjoyed the story and set pieces. Have you seen Spider Geek is Back? I saw Spider Geek. He was back as another channel, and he was doing like Criterion stuff, and then he got rid of that, and honestly, I wish him the best, but I feel like I can't invest time into somebody who's going to continually shut down their channel, take down all their videos, come back a few months later, do the whole cycle. So, I wish him the best, but I just can't invest time in that. So, people who have a history of doing that, and that's like, his initial channel was like action figure reviews, and he did the movies, and then he continually like sold off the collection, came back, took down the videos. Yeah, I can't get invested in that anymore. So, my friend loves The Visit. I like The Visit a lot too. I haven't seen Thoroughbreds. I do want to see that one too. Thank you for reminding me about that. Yeah, The Nun is all jump scares. That's what I thought from the trailers. Solo, I liked Solo. It wasn't perfect. It's hard to live up. I like the actor though. He wasn't great in that as Solo though. It's hard to live up to the charisma of Harrison Ford, but it was really good in Yellowbirds, a really depressing war drama. I would highly recommend Yellowbirds. Let's scroll. Well, I guess I'll give you a full starting new channels over and over. Exactly. That's exactly it. I can't invest time into somebody who's going to continually, go through these ups and downs, going all in on movies and videos and then taking them all down, selling the collection, taking down the channel, starting new. I just can't do it. He's done it like a bunch in a short time span. Again, I wish him the best, but I'm not going to invest my time in that. But I don't know. Here we go. Here's the collection. I'm going to just go ahead and show you. I got stacks and stacks over here, which I'm going to, after this month, I'm going to do a big clean out because I want to get everything off the floor because I hate it right now. There's all my 4Ks. I got actually a whole nother shelf worth in the other room. And I'm actually going to put the 4Ks up. I don't know. I'm debating, should I integrate the 4Ks in with the regular Blu-rays? Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Or should I keep them separated like that? But yeah, these are all kind of organized. They're somewhat alphabetized, like all the A's are together, all the B's are together, but they're not like fully set out. I just figured to do that quickly, which that still took a decent amount of time. Here's different box sets and stuff up here. And here's all DVDs and more box sets and stuff. Here's all horror DVDs over here. Here's some TV shows on DVD. But, Cold Fish, I thought was one that's kind of underrated. Hidden is one that I think is super underrated. I never hear anybody talk about that one. Deserves a Blu-ray release too. Uh, there's a whole bunch of different ones down here. Them, to me, is like a way better version of The Strangers. It's a French film. But, yeah, there you go. You guys can... I think this is all backwards, though, again. But Shredder is one that I thought was really fun. And somebody just said that, I think it's Code Red or some... one of the ones that's going to be on the Code Red website that they're selling it. Maybe it's Scorpion releasing. That's releasing. But I always thought that was like a cheesy, fun winter slasher movie. But let's go ahead and I'll show you the rest of the collection. There's just a bunch of stuff. This is going to be a hint for a future video. And here is the rest of the collection. A lot of this stuff is ones that I'm going to get rid of. Here's the whole stack of 4Ks. I'm going to do an update for a bunch of horror Blu-rays. This is another one that I think is one of the better modern horror remakes. It's more dramatically paced, super creepy and atmospheric, but I absolutely love it. And yeah, here's all the horror Blu-rays right here. Again, I got more in the other room, more right there. And then here's more horror Blu-rays. Here's some Funkos and stuff like that, box sets. Yeah, room is at a premium, so I definitely want to get rid of a bunch, like all essentially this stuff right here I'm going to try to get rid of. And then here's obstructed from view our Blu-ray TV shows and seasons. And then we've got Twilight Time, Criterion. And there's a big stack of Criterions over there too. And then we've got Steelbooks, Digibooks, Arrow Video. I've got a bunch more Arrow Video to do an update with and then put over there too. But yeah, essentially this is the whole collection right now. All right, let me scroll through the comments again. Skyscraper, I definitely want to check out. I like The Rock a lot. I think he can do action, comedy. I really liked the Rundown with Sean William Scott and Christopher Walken too. Thrash Fingers. Yeah. Will you be watching the UFC fight? You know what? I'm gonna watch it, and I hope Conor gets his comeuppance essentially. Nate Diaz. I mean, I don't know. He's smart at what he does though. He markets himself. He'll play the bad guy. He's doing all the right things. He's making the money. But after a while, I feel like that routine gets kind of old. Everybody needs a bad guy, right? I haven't seen Leave No Trace either. That's one I need to check out. I'm not too familiar with that one. Actually, no, I take it back. Okay, Ben Foster's in that one, right? I really enjoy Ben Foster as an actor. Super underrated. Deserves more lead roles. David Vines, I didn't see what the comment was, but I see that it says retracted now. Game Night. I actually thought that was fun. I was going in thinking I was going to hate it because most modern comedy movies, I think they're just stupid. They use foul language and show nudity as like a shock value, like that's funny. And most of the time it's just cringy and not funny at all. But Game Night, when I saw the trailer, I felt like it was going to be like one of those movies, but I really ended up enjoying the heck out of it. A lot of fun. So for a modern comedy movie, I thought Game Night was decent, way better than I was expecting it to be, and one that I could actually see myself rewatching again, putting in. Oh wow, really? I didn't think it was overrated. I thought it was actually kind of underrated. I feel like not enough people talked about it, but you know, I'm not saying it's great, but it was better than I was expecting to be, and one that I could see myself watching again. So, most modern comedy movies I feel like are terrible, but I gotta get another sip. I've got the air going, but it's still boiling up in this piece. You know, October, and it's 80-something degrees out. That's interesting. I guess we go in different circles now, because I really didn't hear a lot of people talk about Game Night. I don't know, especially I feel like it's one of those things where there seemed to be more buzz and hype about it before it was released, and then once it was released, then it kind of like died down. I didn't really hear anybody speak upon it too much, but I'm excited to check out 8th Grade. I heard good things about that one. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch that tonight or Uncle Drew. Uncle Drew looks like it's going to be cheesy, but I love basketball and basketball movies. Rebound, the story of Earl the Goat Manigault is like one of my all-time favorite sports movies. Hoop Dreams is up there too, but Rebound is not the one with Martin Lawrence, not the comedy movie. It has Don Cheadle in it. He plays Earl the Goat Manigault. Great film, great sports drama. I have not played the. I don't own a video game system, so I don't really play video games. But I will say I've seen clips of it, and it does look awesome. So maybe I will play that one day. But it looks like a blast. It looks like kicking butt as Jason, right? So that's pretty amazing. But yeah, let me know what other kind of videos you'd like to see me do for this month too. Again, I'm going to do some horror movie reviews, horror Blu-ray updates, random horror Blu-ray shelves, horror DVD collection, maybe the complete horror Blu-ray collection. It's just gonna take a super long video to do that. And then, pumpkin beer reviews, pumpkin food reviews, stuff like that. Top 10 underrated horror movies on Blu-ray is a video I want to do. And then my top 10 favorite horror movies, which is like, I know there's going to be, like, there's ones that I know for sure. And there's other ones that are like right on the cusp. And I go back and forth on a couple of them. Like there's some modern ones that I think are amazing and worth going on the list. Like Rec 2, I prefer over the original Rec. 28 Days Later, those are like two ones that are right on the cusp. They're so amazing that to me they deserve to be like top 10 consideration. But then I have other ones that I really enjoy, like Blood Diner is going to be on my list because that's a one that's just personal to me, very special. I love that one, a great horror comedy, kind of a, parodying Blood Feast. But yeah, Blood Diner is just so much fun. Great cheesy 80s horror comedy movie. But scrolling through, Fright Rags has some good Halloween releases in October. You're gonna get any, Jay? I might get some. I know isn't there the one where it's like limited to, I can't remember what it's limited to, but they have like a pumpkin one. If you get like the Halloween shirt, and they have one with the pumpkin, I think that's actually pretty cool looking. But depending on the price point, because sometimes they're collector sets, so the price points are a little bit high for me. But they have some amazing T-shirt releases. So Fright Rags is awesome for horror T-shirts. He Got Game. I love He Got Game. Absolutely. For me, I definitely prefer Hoop Dreams and Rebound over He Got Game, but He Got Game would probably be like third for me. Heaven is a Playground was the one that I always thought that was underrated. But yeah, He Got Game is a classic for sure. I actually remember I had a Blockbuster VHS tape of that for forever. I had a friend who worked there, and I was like, I was gonna rent it, and he's like, he just gave it to me. He's like, here, you can have it. And then he ended up like, I don't know if he got fired or quit or whatever it was, but I still have it to this day. So a lot of memories of that one, but I remember Ray Allen in that one, Denzel, Mila Jovovich playing a prostitute, great cast in general. Rick Fox, I think, was in a whole bunch of people, but definitely a really good film. Probably one of my favorites from Spike Lee. Lair of the White Worm is another one that I definitely enjoyed too. I saw it, I want to say last time I saw it was like last year, and I didn't really think it was so much comedic, but maybe I have to revisit it. But I definitely remember Above the Rim. Oh, Dennis coming in the clutch. Above the Rim is definitely on the top list too for basketball movies. Always love that one. Ah, man, that's one that deserves a Blu-ray release too. How does that not have a Blu-ray release? That's crazy. But yeah, Tupac in there. Definitely a classic basketball film. But Uncle Drew, it looks like it's going to be cheesy. It's a basketball comedy movie. But again, I love basketball. I love a lot of people that are involved with the film. So I'm probably going to check that one out tonight. I'm leaning towards that one. Although 8th Grade I've heard a lot of great things for. But I think that's going to be more dramatic. And I don't know. We'll see. But you're getting the Thing HMV exclusive. Is that the one where it looks like a VHS tape? Because if so, I'm going to pass on that. I didn't like the look to that. But yeah, I'm trying to, I think I'm going to, The Thing is my all-time favorite movie, so I'm a sucker for that one. But I feel like that one is one where I'm going to put my foot down. The VHS tape, if that's the one. I didn't care for the look of it, the design of it. So I'm probably going to pass on that. But I do want to get, Zavvy's going to release a 4K Steelbook for The Fog, which I think that comes out at the end of the month. Really excited for that. And then Mondo, I believe, is releasing the Halloween soundtrack on vinyl. And oh my gosh, that looks amazing as far as the design of it's got like a, I don't know, like a splatter effect, and then the cover for it to the artwork with Michael Myers, and like it looks like rain coming down. I love the look to that. I do have a small vinyl collection. I went like a little bit into it, and then I kind of stopped. But that's something I should do too. I think I have a couple horror vinyl records that I can show this month. So yeah, let me know what other videos you'd like to see me do for this month. Video concepts, ideas, if there's any horror movies you want to see me review, or horror beers, pumpkin beers or pumpkin food related stuff, let me know. And let me know, like, again, underrated horror movies on Blu-ray that you think I should include on my top 10 underrated horror movies on Blu-ray video, which I plan to do by the end of the month. So I have a lot of content that I want to do, that I want to focus on, that are, Halloween and horror related, pumpkin beer reviews, pumpkin food reviews, a lot of horror stuff, horror t-shirts, horror everything. There's a site called Horror Decor, and horrordecor.net, I believe it is. Or they might have .com too, but they're on Instagram. But they have a lot of really cool horror related stuff, like horror pillows, candles, just all kinds of good, interesting stuff. So that's a site that I want to do an update for. I did an update for them like years ago. So got some more stuff from them a while back I never got a chance to do a video for, so I want to do that. But let me scroll through the comments. Yeah, Above the Rim is not on Blu-ray. I mentioned that before. That's one that definitely deserves a Blu-ray release. Are you going to see the new Halloween on opening night? I'm going to try to. That's one I definitely want to support in theaters and check out. Yeah, that's right. I think last year I did a like live video where I showed like we were getting ready for a Halloween party and I showed like the decorations and stuff. That was a lot of fun. You guys seem to enjoy that one. So maybe I'll do another video like that. I haven't done decorations yet. I'm probably going to do it this weekend, decorating the place for Halloween. So that's something. That's a good idea. Thank you for that. So I'll do like maybe a Saturday night vlog, decorating. Maybe we can watch a horror movie. Again, drink some cider. Good stuff like that. Got some cider up in here right now. Oh, here's the thing too. I know I already got a comment from Matt who hates this movie, but I don't think it's. I think it's a bit of a hyperbole. I'm gonna do a giveaway for Exorcist II: The Heretic. It's a Scream Factory Collector's Blu-ray Edition release. I'm gonna give away 3 copies of this coming up. I'm gonna do probably a video for the giveaway probably tomorrow because I want to get it. Hey, Movie Chatter, I was just talking about you actually, how you did your top 10 horror movies list or video, and I plan to do that coming up soon too. Trilogy of Terror, yes. I didn't think it came out yet. I thought it came out like a couple weeks. But that's definitely one I want to pick up from Kino, I believe is releasing it. But I thought it didn't come out yet. But yeah, so look forward to the Exorcist II Heretic Collector's Edition Blu-ray giveaway coming up soon. I definitely don't think it's the worst horror sequel, worst sequel is what Matt said, which I think, again, was hyperbole like crazy. For me, the worst sequels ever, pretty much almost all of the Hellraiser sequels outside of Hellraiser 2. But the last Hellraiser movie was one of the worst. The last Children of the Corn movie, Wrong Turn 5. There's one called Skeleton Key 3 and Knock Knock 2, which are 2 of the worst movies I've ever seen, along with Zoolander 2 and Joe Dirt 2. 2 of the worst movies I've ever seen, let alone worst sequels. But I think Exorcist 2, it's hard to live up to the original, and this one is more of a like religious drama than a straight-up horror movie. I enjoyed it for what it was. But yeah, definitely nowhere near the level of the first one, not as scary at all. The climax was good, though. I like James Earl Jones. I wish they would have utilized him a little bit more. But a giveaway coming up for that. Scream Factory did a great job on the release. If you are a fan, you'll definitely appreciate it. It is the definitive version now. Wrong Turn 5, the worst of the Halloween. Yes, that's the one where the Halloween... Oops, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Ryan James. I almost blocked you. Sorry, buddy. I was trying to read the comment. Yeah, that's the one at the Halloween Festival with Doug Bradley, who used to play Pinhead. He's always Pinhead. It's just not really Hellraiser without Doug Bradley as Pinhead. But yeah, for me, that was the worst of the Wrong Turn franchise by far. I don't know if I saw Omen 3, but yeah, let's see. Eureka does a great job with the release. I just wish they had some region-free releases. That's my only issue. I actually ended up getting rid of a lot of my Eureka releases, sadly, because they do an amazing job, especially the Masters of Cinema line. But I don't have a region-free player anymore, so I got rid of a bunch of them, and it's sad. Sad to see them go, but hopefully somebody else is taking advantage and will show them the care and love and start, seeing them and watching them. Mine have been just sitting on the shelf, so I figured, time to let it go. Again, I want to get rid of a bunch of the movies that I don't plan myself rewatching again. So I don't want to, I'm not one of those people who has a collection just to have stuff. I feel like that's pointless. I want to have stuff that I care about, that I'm passionate about, that I can see myself rewatching again. If I can't see myself rewatching the movie in the next year, it's got to get out of here. But yeah, Troll 1 and 2, looking for. I have the double feature one already, but the second one is super cheesy. Here's a true story that's kind of embarrassing, but Troll 2 had the Goblin Queen who was in there, and I remember when I was a kid, something about her turned me on. I remember being a young kid, seeing that. I was like, oh, she's hot. Now I see her, and I'm just like, what was I thinking? Crazy stuff. That's a memory I have. I remember that, when I was in that same, age time frame, I also remember watching, was it the Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death? Actually, I have it, right here. If I can pull it out without knocking everything over. Yeah, this one right here. I remember watching this one too when I was right around that same age and as a young kid, and just really enjoying the women in this one, but has Bill Maher in here too. Really cheesy, fun cannibal comedy movie. Shannon Tweed, Adrienne Barbeau, hot chicks, cannibals, some comedy in there. What's not to like? The Blu-ray release isn't the best on it, but still decent. I mean, but it just popped in my memory when you mentioned Troll 2. But yeah, again, let me know what your favorite movie of 2018 is, and let me know what horror movies you think should be on my list, because I'm going to do the video for the top 10 underrated horror movies on Blu-ray. So give me some recommendations for that as well. And I'm going to get ready to go and watch, I'm probably going to watch Uncle Drew. I'm going to finish Tender Mercies, which has a Blu-ray release from Australia. It's region free, even though it says region B only on the back, but it does play in a region A player. Good kind of drama movie that doesn't have a Blu-ray release here. At least so far it looks really good. I've enjoyed. But Uncle Drew is a cheesy looking basketball comedy movie that I'm going to lighten the mood with. Watch 8th Grader. I know 8th Grader has more of the critical acclaim, but I've been excited for Uncle Drew. It's cheesy. I love basketball movies. I mean, it looks cheesy anyways from the trailers, but if I have time, I'll watch 8th Grader afterwards. But let me know what you guys are watching tonight. Leave me some comments down below what you're watching, your favorite movies of 2018, and underrated horror movies that are on Blu-ray. Leave me those comments down below. I'm going to get ready to go, and I look forward to more horror and Halloween-themed videos all month. I want to do a video every day, and it's kind of going to culminate with the YouTube community collaboration video that I do every year, where I get different YouTubers to collaborate with me just to do quick clips and get them to tell what they think is the horror movie that scared them the most. That's a fun video to get the community together and involved, which I feel like hasn't been done in a while. Like, the sense of community on here used to be a big thing. I feel like it's not really as much. There's little factions here and there, but I think doing like a video like that is a lot of fun collaboration and gets the community involved. I like it a lot, and it's cool to see all the people who've done it over the years. So I definitely appreciate all the support over the years too. But there you go. It's kind of like a channel update, quick little collection overview too. And hope everybody's doing well. Take care.